Wisdom has fascinated humans for thousands of years, from the teachings of Confucius and Buddha in the East to Socrates and Aristotle in the West. Wisdom has been seen as the highest virtue. Religions too have revered wisdom. Think of King Solomon in the Bible. Have you ever wondered, though, what makes someone truly wise? Not just smart, but wise. Is wisdom just for old philosophers with long white beards, or can anyone become wise? And what if I told you there's actually a scientific way to measure wisdom? Stick around, because today we're diving into the fascinating world of the Berlin wisdom paradigm. It was developed in the early 1980s by Paul Baltes and his colleagues at the Max Planck Institute for Human Development in Berlin, a groundbreaking approach that reveals the secrets of wisdom and how you can develop it in your own life. Welcome back to Henry's Millions, where we're exploring the frontiers of psychology, philosophy, and mind mastery. If you're passionate about unlocking your potential, hit that subscribe button and let's get wiser together. So what is wisdom? Most people think it's about being super smart or having tons of life experience. But according to psychologists Paul Baltes and Ursula Staudinger, wisdom is something much deeper. It's expert knowledge about the pragmatics of life, knowing how to navigate the big, messy, complicated questions that we all face. Imagine you're helping a friend through a divorce or deciding whether to move across the country for a new job. These are simple examples just for illustration, but it's not just the facts that matter. It's perspective, empathy, and understanding the bigger picture. That's wisdom in action. So most of us have our own ideas about what makes someone wise. These are called implicit or folk theories of wisdom. But this wisdom model is different. It's an explicit scientific model. Instead of just asking people what they think is wise, it looks for observable, measurable signs of wisdom and how people actually reason through life's toughest dilemmas. So here's where it gets really cool. In the 90s, a team of German scientists created a scientific framework to study and measure wisdom. They asked, what makes some people better at handling life's toughest dilemmas? It's amazing that, like all of this content, these studies, these research papers are just buried, but they're available for anyone really looking. It's unfortunate today that just what we have available online is just millions of books that are virtually useless, not worth the paper that they're printed on. So there is a twist, though. Wisdom isn't just about having knowledge. It's about knowing how and when to use that knowledge. And according to this model, true wisdom means understanding life's complexities, embracing uncertainty, and considering different values and perspectives. It's not about memorizing facts or being book smart. So how do we actually measure wisdom? It seems mysterious. Let's find out. So researchers presented people with real-life dilemmas, like resolving a family conflict or a tough life decision, and then they analyzed their responses using 5 specific criteria. It wasn't about having the correct answer, but about demonstrating deep insight, empathy, and the ability to see the bigger picture. Remember, 5 criteria is how they analyze their responses. Let's take a look at these 5 criteria. They're very important. Number 1 is factual knowledge. So understanding the facts about life and human nature. So I give you simple examples, like understanding that people facing retirement often struggle with identity and purpose, not just financial concerns. So factual knowledge, number 1. Number 2 is procedural knowledge, knowing how to navigate complex situations. Example, guiding someone through a career change by helping them break the process down into manageable steps. Self-reflection, research, networking, planning. The third one is called lifespan context. I'll make it short and simple for you. It's actually a longer word, but so seeing things in a broader, longer term context. So, for example, pointing out that meaning of success can change at different life stages. What matters at 25 may not matter at 55. The fourth factor is relative value relativism. So appreciating diverse perspectives and values. For example, understanding that attitudes towards divorce, gender roles, or religious practices, they differ widely across societies and generations. And finally, the fifth one is management of uncertainty. So that's comfort with ambiguity and the unknown. Just an example, you know what it is, but it's like advising a friend who's anxious about starting a new business, and there's no guarantees, but they can prepare for different outcomes and adjust as they go. Okay, easy enough. So these are 5 criteria that the researchers used to analyze the responses of people that were in part of this research study. But this model of wisdom didn't stop there. So there's one criteria that changed everything. Beyond the knowledge and experience, the piece of managing uncertainty was crucial. So the researchers found that the wisest people are those who can navigate life's gray areas and accept that not everything is black and white, and make thoughtful decisions even when the outcome is unclear. So what's fascinating is that wisdom isn't just a personality trait, it's a performance. In these studies, researchers listened to how people reason through dilemmas and scored their responses. So wisdom can be observed, rated, and even improved with practice. So wait until you hear what the researchers discovered about who scored highest on the wisdom tests. So the research found that people who are open-minded, reflective, and comfortable with ambiguity often outperform those who have more life experience or higher IQ. This is very interesting. I mean, I'll repeat that. People who are open-minded, reflective, and comfortable with ambiguity scored higher or outperform those who have more life experience or higher IQs. Amazing. And it's not just about giving the right answer. It's another one. The model valued answers that acknowledge uncertainty, considered long-term consequences, and showed empathy for different viewpoints. So sometimes the wisest answer is admitting that you don't have all the answers. Another surprising finding is that wisdom can be developed and it's not fixed. That life experience and reflection matter more than raw IQ. Like wisdom can be cultivated through deliberate reflection on life's challenges, rather than it being something you're born with or you acquire through intelligence alone. And here's something else really surprising, that wisdom doesn't just keep increasing with age. That's a big one for me. I mean, because we think that, you know, the older we get, the wiser we are, because we have more life experience, and etc. But that wasn't the case. So wisdom doesn't just keep increasing as we age. In fact, the research shows that most gains in wisdom happen between ages of 15 and 25. Most gains in wisdom happen between 15 and 25. And after that, there's no steady climb. Being older doesn't make you wiser. And let's see here. What matters more is how you reflect on your experiences. Another cool discovery. This is another great point here. Great piece, a great gem in the literature, is that discussing life's dilemmas with others, what researchers call social collaboration, actually boosts wisdom performance, especially for older adults. It also exposes us to new perspectives and helps us reflect more deeply. So wisdom isn't just an individual pursuit. It's something we can grow together by sharing and reflecting with others. Really crucial point here. Discussing life's dilemmas with others. Social collaboration, I'm repeating it because it's so important. That boosts wisdom performance. So here's the best part. So after what we've just discussed, wisdom isn't just for the chosen few. Anyone can cultivate it. And here are a few tips inspired by the research. First, reflect on your experiences, especially the tough ones. Embrace uncertainty and don't rush to judgment. Then seek out diverse perspectives and challenge your own assumptions. And then think long-term and consider the broader context. And finally, practice empathy even when you disagree. So if you want, you could replay this part again. These are five tips that were inspired by the research to cultivate greater wisdom. Let's see here. Let's recap what we've learned today. Just some few points here. That wisdom is more than knowledge. It's expert insight into the pragmatics of life. And it's measured using the 5 criteria I mentioned at the very beginning: the factual knowledge, the procedural knowledge, lifespan context, relative value, and uncertainty. And anyone can develop wisdom through reflection, through open-mindedness and embracing the complexity. And the wisest people are the ones who can manage uncertainty and see multiple perspectives. Some critics, though, they say that this model focuses too much on thinking and not enough on emotions, on motivation or moral character. And these are very important too, and I probably will be diving into those aspects of wisdom in an upcoming video, so stay tuned for that. And before we go, let's just bust a couple of wisdom myths. So myth number 1, wisdom comes with age. No, not always. The myth number 2, you have to be super smart to be wise. No, empathy and reflection matter more. And myth 3 is that wise people always have the answers. Actually, they often know when to say, I don't know. Here's the challenge for you. Next time you face a tough decision, ask yourself, am I considering the long term? Am I open to other perspectives? And am I comfortable not having all the answers? So if you enjoyed this deep dive into the science of wisdom, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who can use a little extra wisdom in their life. And don't forget to comment below with your own wise advice or questions on future videos. Thank you. Every time.